When I got out to LA, finally, my best friend drove with me across the country. It was one of the best experiences ever. We had so much fun, and we would stop in different cities. And weirdly, even though I had been in Canada, I'd never really been through America ever, other than like living there. I was born in New Orleans. So,
really? Okay.
So I have a dual citizenship, which makes it easier, for me to be here now.
Sure.
But
yeah.
I really had never explored America at this point. When you're in Canada, everyone's an international traveler. So it's weird, but everyone would go to like Europe or whatever. I feel like that's not as common out here in America.
No, absolutely not. It's definitely true. Yeah. Whenever we're out internationally, you go to like the hostels, you know, the local hostels or any communities, stuff like that. When you're traveling abroad, and the majority of like the white English speaking people are Canadian or from the UK or Australia or something like that. There's just not a lot of.
It's weird.
It is.
Americans do not travel like that.
Right.
They travel within America. And that was a big thing I noticed when I came out here, because I'm very well traveled. My friends are all like, anyone from Canada that I know, they are always like, they've been all around the world. But here, a lot of people don't even have a passport. And that used to blow my mind. I was like, wait, what? You haven't seen the world then.
Right.
You know, I mean, America's great.
Other things that exist.
Yes. And I think that opens up your mind a lot.
It's a huge education piece, traveling.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if you've only ever seen one version of life, you don't have the ability to empathize or communicate or understand where anybody else is coming from, because you've never just gone and immersed yourself or tried to, you know, like you've never been the odd one out. You know what I mean? Like you got to on purpose put yourself in those situations, because to me it's a huge just self-development, personal development.
I agree.
Activity, and it happens to be a pretty fun one.
Yeah.
But like there's travel mishaps that happen like seemingly every time I do a big trip, whether it's international or in the States. Yeah.
You're getting into trouble. I can tell.
There's hiccups along the way. You know what I mean? There's
a couple hangover experiences.
Trying to get to the airport on time. You know, missing flights or rescheduling. Sleeping in the airport, you know, it's just like there's a bunch of stuff that happens, but you know, all of those things teach you a little bit more about yourself, and help you learn how to overcome adversity more and look for positives in life. You know what I mean?
I agree.
But then also the actual real parts of it, which is being exposed to different cultures and immersing yourself in those cultures, getting to know the people. And like I said, being familiar with being the person who can't speak the language and like trying to make your way through that country or whatever. And it just gives you a whole new, fresh perspective on what you can be grateful for in your everyday life, you know, back in the States.
That's my favorite.
Because every time I come back, I'm happy I'm back home.
Yes.
Like, I love the USA.
Yes.
Like it's my country. You know what I mean? But I also really, really enjoy traveling.
Yes.
But when I come through the airport for the first time, I make it through and I'm like coming down the escalator and I see American flag and customs. I'm just like, I'm just like, good to be home. You know?
Yeah, I totally get that feeling. And I'm the same way. But I think it does make you appreciate America more, because you're like, wow, a lot of the world does not have what we have. Even basic necessities like toilet paper, isn't it? Water,
like, don't drink the water.
Exactly.
Don't drink the water.
Yeah. I mean,
I have to drink water. You know, it's like you can only drink bottled water.
I've had some bad experiences.
Yeah.
Don't drink the water in certain countries.
For real though. Yeah. No, like it's not just like a warning. It's like it's not like it's going to taste bad. It's going to be like no, you're going to be sick for 3 days.
You're not leaving your bed. You're going to be. It's not fun.